Hi, I'm Grace, your permanent jewelry coach, and on this channel, I teach you how to start your permanent jewelry business from scratch. Today, we're talking about business names and the most important things you want to do when naming your permanent jewelry business. Let's get into it. Number one, the first thing you want to do is avoid using any word like linked, fused, bonded, spark, or any variation in spelling of those names. Those names have been used in so many permanent jewelry business names. You don't want to be confused with any other permanent jewelry business. So in order to avoid that, just avoid using those names. Even when it comes down to different spellings of the name, like Link being spelled Lync or Linx, just don't do it, because at the end of the day, it's still the same name. So avoid using names like that. My own experience with this is I had the word link spelled Linx in my original business name, and although I loved it and thought it was such a cute name, I consulted with a trademark attorney and they told me that there would be a likelihood of confusion between my name and another permanent jewelry business that had already put in a trademark application for their name. So they advised me to just change my name altogether. I changed my name, but it set me back a few weeks because I had to come up with a new name. I had to change my domain name. I had to change my social media handles. And all of the work that I put into starting my business under that name, I had to redo everything. You want your name to be unique and to stand out and to be different from any other permanent jewelry business name that's out there. So the best way to do that is to avoid using any one of those words in your business name. The second thing you want to do when naming your permanent jewelry business is to make sure that the name is easy to read, easy to say, and something that is memorable. We want to make it easy for our clients to know who we are, and we want to make it as easy for them to remember us. Your name being easy to read kind of goes into branding and your logo design, so we'll definitely discuss that in videos that are coming up, but I always like to put those two together because you want to make sure that your name is something that is easy to remember. Okay, the third thing you want to do kind of ties back into the first thing, which is to spell all of the words correctly. A lot of times, we'll try to get creative and put, a different twist on the spelling of certain words. And although that is cute, although it's fun, you want to think about the way that your client is going to search for your name. Whether they're searching for your website or searching for your social media, they're probably going to use the correct spelling of your name. Let's take, for example, sparked. So if you have sparked in your name, SPARX, most people are probably going to search the way that sparked is spelled, which is SPARKED. And if they put that in, then they may not find your business. You want to make sure that any client that's searching for your website, your social media, your email, you want to make sure that it's spelled the way that they are probably going to spell it. So that's why it is best to always just spell the words the correct way. So the next thing to do is to come up with some inspiration. Now, I'm going to give you a few things that I like to use when naming businesses. So Pinterest is always a great thing that you can use to come up with different business name ideas. You can look up words that inspire you. You can look up the different meanings of words. And it's just a good way to search for inspiration on what you can name your business. Another platform I like to use is ChatGPT, because you can go in there and give it a prompt on what you're looking for in a business name, and it'll produce different results for you. So that's always a great thing to use. You can also use AI name generators. So there are a lot of different name generators out there. The one I always use is called Namelix, and I'll link it down below. So you can go in there and it'll ask you different questions, what you're looking for in a business name, and then it will give you an endless list of potential business names. Now, I always use AI name generators as inspiration. If I find a name that I do like, I'll take that name and I'll refine it a bit and then turn it into a name that I love. Another way you can find inspiration for your business name is to think about people or places that you love. So if there's somebody special in your life that you possibly want to name your business after, or if there's a place that you absolutely adore, you can use those words to kind of integrate into a name that works for your permanent jewelry business. Those are the things that I like to use for name inspiration. Let me know in the comment section if that was helpful for you. The last thing you want to do when coming up with your business name is to just make a list. Okay, so a list of all of the business names that you come up with. Before you even start to use the AI name generators or ChatGPT or Pinterest, think about names that you have brainstormed yourself. Because a lot of times you may already have a beautiful name in your head and you don't even need all of the extra things. So first, brainstorm names that you already have ideas for, write them down, type them out, whatever way works best for you, and then start building onto that list. Before you know it, you'll have a long list of names that you're able to choose from, and eventually there's gonna be one name where you're like, this is it. So when you find that one name where you're like, this is the one, this is what you need to do next. So it's very exciting when we find a name that we love, but we have to make sure that that name is available. In order to make sure that your name is available, this is the first thing you want to do. You want to see if the domain name is available. The domain name will just be the name of your website. So I always use namecheap.com. You can use GoDaddy. There are so many different domain name websites out there that you can purchase your domain from. You want to go on one of those websites, and I'll show you kind of an example here on Namecheap. So you want to go onto that website. In the domain search, you want to type in whatever your name is and then put .com. If that name is available, if that domain name is available, especially the .com version of it, that is going to be a good indicator on whether your name is available or taken. The next thing you want to do, you want to take your search just a bit further. You want to see if the social handles are available. So is it available on Instagram? Is it available on TikTok? Is it available on Facebook? Is it available on YouTube? Like, you want to do a good search to see if the handles for that name are available. If the social media handles are available, you are doing really good with your name. Like, you can start to get excited now. The next thing we're going to check is trademark. So this is a very basic search that we can do on our own without a lawyer. You can do a very basic search on the USPTO website, and I'll post the link and everything down below. So you can go on that website, type in the name of your business, and it will pop up any results for businesses that have already filed a trademark application and have been approved, or businesses who have pending applications. Now, if you've never done this before, there is a service that I like to use. It's called Trademark Angel. I'll also link that down below. You can go to their website, put in the business name that you would like to have researched as far as trademark, and they'll do a very basic trademark search for you and then email you the results to let you know whether it appears that trademark is available or not. So if you do those three things, when you find a name that you love, the domain name is available, the social handles are available, and after doing a very basic trademark search, it appears that that name has not been trademarked or there are no applications pending for that name, then for me, I feel pretty confident moving forward with naming my business that name. Coming up with your business name, it is an exciting thing. It can also cause you a little bit of stress if you're not finding names that work for you or that you love. But to me, this is a very fun part of the process of building your permanent jewelry business. So try to enjoy the process. Try not to feel overwhelmed with it or stressed out about it. Just think about things that you love, things that inspire you, and the names will start to come to you. Then once you find that name, go through those 3 things to check to see if the name seems to be available. And hey, I say go for it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions about naming your permanent jewelry business, just leave it down in the comment section below. If you guys have some questions that you want to ask me that you don't necessarily want to leave a comment about, you can send me an email at permanentjewelrycoach@gmail.com and I'll get back to you there. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for my next few videos. We're going to be talking about building permanent jewelry businesses and how you can start yours from scratch. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.